From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
Co-hosts, my staff or studio audience, and of course, the virtual audience at home. How you doing? Doing okay, let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Hi, thanks. This is made of, they're not gloves, they're attached. It's all one, right? The designer's name is Richard Quinn. It cost the wardrobe department a lot of money, and if you're wondering whether this is FUBU from 1980, where we left all the tags, you know, for fashion, no, this is embroidered into the material. And then these pants are Christopher John Rogers, who outfitted Kamala, who we've been wearing his stuff for quite some time, but the slacks are his. So, did you have a nice weekend? I watched Salt-N-Pepa. Did you watch? Of course you watched. The biopic. I got a lot from it. I must be honest with you, there was a lot missing from it. I thought that the actors and actresses did a great job. There were storylines that I wanted to be bigger. And others that, all right already. You know, like we know, Salt, you know, turned her life over to Christ. Okay, Mario Van Peebles. And the congregation. And choir. And then, you know, I wanted to know, all right, you know, Peppa, you know, Peppa and Tretch and Peppa and plenty o' men. And she was not shy about that. But, you know, I wanted to know more, particularly about her relationship with all the baby's fathers and Salt's too, with all the baby's fathers, including whatever happened with you and Herbie. Is he still your true first love and you're still in your 50s and not over him? Like, where are we today with that storyline? Right. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I was looking for that.
I wanted to know more. People at MediaTakeout.com absolutely could not stand the movie, which I thought, all right, you all, calm down. You know, they put in a great effort to tell their story. They are still iconic and they are still legendary, all three of them. All three of them, you know. Salt-N-Pepa, I know that you don't really want to talk about Spinderella. I know that they say you have a gag order where you can't talk about it, but the streets talk, and you know, I know, and we all know the real story. Spinderella, you are as much of Salt-N-Pepa as they are to each other. You know? And I think that they did a really good job of hiding that from us in the public because she was dancing with them on the stage when they accepted large awards, and she was dancing on the stage when they went on Arsenio Hall's show and stuff like that. Spin, I just think that if you played more relevant today's music, because I've heard your sets, you know, your modern day sets, your music is old. Like, people who love 80s and 90s music, and that's me, we're not going out to clubs, you know, because Spinderella's there. You know, you're letting people like Paris Hilton and these other DJs who aren't even DJs like you're letting them get your money and take your shine because you're stuck in the 80s and 90s. We might not like the EDM music, but that apparently is what brings everybody's milkshake to the yard these days. Just saying. You all. So you gave a good effort, and I appreciated that Lifetime did occupy 4 hours of my Saturday evening because there is no new programming on any place. And I enjoyed my candied yam baked potato and with collard greens inside, a little hot sauce. And I was watching and watching and looking and watching. I see that when we get enough shots for everybody who wants to take the shots, that Salt-N-Pepa can go back on the road. And this time, all three of you ladies, I suggest you fix your attitudes about whatever you feel about Spinderella. Bring her on the road with you. Tell her that her set that she's supposed to be doing when you all are on stage should be that EDM music or whatever people like. I won't be there, and the people my age won't be there. We'll be there in our hearts. We're there with you. But you gotta, and look, Salt, if you wanna sit in a church robe with prescription glasses, rubbing your knees and rocking back and forth and being a bit older in presence than Pep, fine. But you two are joined at the hip for the rest of your life, whether you like it or not, Pep's got all the work done. She talks about it. I love that. She wears the hair, she keeps it together. But Pep, no matter how fly you are, you can't tour or do music without your partner, Salt. No matter how you all feel about each other, really, behind the scenes. So all three of you need different management who's gonna pull you all together. Whoever's managing you all, they need to manage that money, and because we're on the other side of life now. We got 50 more years, Yeah. And then I watched the usual stuff, American Greed, Love Boat. I watched Barney Miller, and oh my gosh, and the man from Barney Miller passed away over the weekend. He was on Barney Miller, and he was also on
Sanford & Son.
Sanford & Sons.
Gregory
Gregory Sierra. He played Julio on Sanford & Son, and he was on Barney Miller, one of my favorite old shows. And then Detective Chano. There he is. That was a contest. I remember the episode. How long can you hold it up there? I don't know that that's relevant now. The show is done. But that should be a requirement for the boys in jail.
For the boys in jail.
Soldier Boy, we'll get to you on the inside scoop because it looks like you're facing some time. Anyway, and then the legendary Hank Aaron passed away. He was in Atlanta Brave. He was a staple in all of our households. Even if we didn't follow sports, you knew Hank Aaron. 755 home runs. I don't think anybody's beat that record to this day. And he's got a really good support system in his family. So I know that his legacy will live on and on and on the right way. Why do I always think that he was a New Yorker?
I don't know. He just seems so familiar.
I just so grew up like hearing his name. And then my friend and the icon Larry King, who passed away at 87. Yeah, all three of them. Gee. Anyway, so Trey Songz was arrested over the weekend. Now, he can't do 2 hours in jail. As we speak, he's still in jail. How you doing, Trey Songz and everybody there? I don't mean how you doing. I mean, hi. He's so everything. Okay, so anyway, so it was the big game. It was the Chiefs versus the Bills, and a lot of people weren't watching Salt-N-Pepa because they were so busy with their sports. I gotta tell you, during the commercial breaks, I was flipping around to stuff that I normally don't watch either. I like sports when I see the action going on. And when I heard about this, I saw it roll across the crawler right here. I think I missed a couple of scenes in the Salt-N-Pepa. I'm not sure. Was that pimp one of the DeBarges? The pimp who beat up Herbie and punched Salt in the face in the parking lot?
He looked just like a DeBarge.
We'll get to that trouble in a moment.
Oh, yes, we will.
One of the DeBarges is, he might become a lifer. All right, nope. Yep. Devin will be out here and guide us through the story. So anyway, They're saying, you know what's really weird too? The gloves have a zipper. Do you see? Yeah. The gloves have a zipper. And then my flower ring wouldn't fit. It's too big for this hand. So if I say how you doing too hard, it's gonna flip across the floor. But this is still the fake stunt one because I'm waiting for Will the jeweler to come up, with whatever, he's making me a new flower ring. I told you that. In the meantime, these gloves though, the sleeves are extra long and the gloves they're warmish. I mean, it's, uh-oh. All right, well, Willie, come on, boobs, do your job. Anyway, he was heckled by fans. He was heckled by fans while he was at that game, and he was sitting there very quiet. See, my boobs do their job. Today is Shop USA, by the way, Day. According to President Biden, it's very important that we are very aware of the great things that are made here in the USA besides this show. And my son, as conniving as he can be on the strings of my heart, on Saturday, I opened a box sent from him. He's in school in Florida and always trying to, sweet talk me into stuff. So he had it wrapped. It was heavy as I don't know what. And I'm like, what is this? What is this? What is this? He bought me a wrench. Now, hold on.
Okay.
It was a wrench, and only the Anderson dynasty would know this company. Grid Wrench. The Grid Wrench Company, I think it's called. Grid Wrench. Anyway, a real wrench that works. But in true fashion form, we hunters love fashion. It's a supreme collaboration with the wrench company. And the wrench really works, and it's fashionably reddish orange. It's long like this, and it really works, but I'm not gonna work it. I'm gonna sit it like art. And you know what the card said? And he said, Mom, he said, this is the best thing that I can think to send you just because it's, Buy USA Day is coming up, and I know that you like to be in tune with what's going on for your show. He said, but the wrench is because somehow you manage to fix everything. And he didn't mean stuff. He meant, yeah. Not all. He's up to something. So Trey is sitting there, no word on who he was sitting with. The cops came over, and all of a sudden there was a physical altercation. Look at this. The cops are attacking him. Thank you, TMZ, for this video and the photo. Trey said that he was scared. He didn't know what was going on. He wasn't doing anything bad. And he ended up punching a cop in the head. Well, you might say, nobody punches a cop in the head. Like, why would you do that? Well, maybe this was one of those unidentifiable cops, And he was just defending himself. He was scared. I mean, his beautiful eyes are big. Like, he's always a little startled, And then... Look at that. Look at that mugshot. Still cute? Anyway, so he will be seen by the judge later on today, but he was arrested, with the handcuffs for trespassing, resisting arrest, and assaulting a police officer. And he's still being held in prison. The people around him allegedly were saying, stop, that's Trey Songz. But some people around him know exactly what happened. Sometimes regular people will do stuff to celebrity people to incite the riot and then video it because that's what the world has become. Anyway, Trey Songz, good luck. Cops, get to the bottom of the situation. Please let this man free. He's good. He's a good one. Shout out to Detroit. A shout out to Kwame Kilpatrick. Kwame, you and I have socialized. We know the circles. Detroit, I've loved you since forever. You supported me on radio and you supported this show during our 6-week sneak peek and beyond. My thing about Kwame is that I know he and his children, some of his family members were pardoned by the former president. And so Kwame is out. And I would like him to be a Zoom guest on this show because Kwame is smart. I mean, he was caught up in all kinds of shenanigans that got him put in prison. But he did his time and he's out. And I think that he can talk to us about prison reform, about what his state is doing regarding corona, since nothing is happening here in New York. Do you realize that there were 6 million coronavirus needle things
Vaccines.
sent here to New York? 2 million people got them. There are 4 million left. And this is, mind you, New York, the whole state. There are 8 million in the 5 boroughs, 8 million people. So imagine all of us, and there's only 4 million left, 4 million, and there's a panic here in New York during Restaurant Week. Yeah, today kicks off Restaurant Week. Well, there are over 500 restaurants that have agreed to, work with your pocketbook and still have the good food. I don't know whether you're going to eat there. I don't know whether the deli counter at your grocery store counts.
Nope.
But between made in USA stuff and the restaurant, like I like Italian food. And a lot of times, like, a Chilean pepper, which I love peppers from Chile, that's not made in the USA. Oh. But if I'm buying it in the USA, is that 50-50? Am I, is that part of it? I like Corvettes. If I was still driving, I'd drive a Vet, a drop top one, real fast. Yeah. I wouldn't buy American-made hair, though. Because everybody knows that the best bundles come from overseas. Speaking of bundles, the Real Housewives of Atlanta were on last night. And, I felt like I was seeing all the same stuff. Kenya organized a trip for all the girls to go to South Carolina, but she brought along her baby and her nanny, and they flew, allegedly, in a private plane to get to South Carolina. And she put the other ladies in Sprinters and with no air conditioning. Oh, it's hot. So glad I had an easy menopause. Oh, that's hot in there. Anyway, or cold, because it's only 23 degrees today here in New York. It's very cold outside. Anyway, take a look.
Wait, she brought her baby?
Wow.
Let me see.
What's going on?
That is mother up. Because I was crying this morning because I had to bring my baby. The double standards, that's not what's gonna happen on this trip. If we were bringing our kids, wouldn't you have liked to bring your kids? It should have been known. The fact that Kenya brought her daughter and didn't even extend the option to me, Candy, Drew, Shamia to bring our kids, that's just wrong. She brought her baby. Did you see this? I got me so hot and mad by everything.
I'm just ready to go home, y'all.
I'm trying to figure out why they're complaining. Who wants your baby on a girls' trip? It's only a weekend. And, we know Kenya can be extra, but that's what she's there for. And we know that, she worked hard to have the baby, and so did all of you, because having babies is not an easy job, birthing them. But she bought her nanny, and the baby was not seen partying with the girls during the actual scenes. The baby was brought into the house and sent to the other room with the nanny. Honestly speaking, I'll tell you what, I think Kenya probably brought the baby because she and Mark are now divorced, and he's the one who announced it because he's so concerned about his restaurant week here in New York. But that's one restaurant. Well, you can go if you want to, but I'm just saying. On the name of what he did to Kenya, what he's done to her, we know she's not the easiest person to get along. I watched hours and hours of reruns yesterday.
Yep.
And saw she and that man that she was with, remember when they went fishing? Walter.
I watched it too, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And her sister kept saying he was gay, or
yep.
Cordell You Doing was on everybody. It was good.
Cordell.
Anyway, I'll bet you, though, his DMs are full, because Kenya still is a national treasure. She just turned 50 yesterday. Happy birthday to you, Kenya. There she is. Mark is a very good-looking man. He is now associated as being a house husband. He went on the show, probably not for Kenya at all. He went on the show to say he's been with Kenya. In other words, bragging rights, and then to promote his Brooklyn restaurant. I mean, he was disgusting to me with his braggadation of his restaurant situation. He's probably watching on top of the next woman right now as we speak. And if she was smart, she would answer her DMs and move along with her life. Just move along with your life. And all you housewives, it's only 1 week of filming. I apologize, I did say it was 1 weekend. No, I know it takes a week of filming, but don't you want to get away from your kids just for a week? Even if they're little like this, hire a nanny, keep them over there. Go. Drink, yell, fight, go. I'm gonna be on Stephen A. Smith on Friday. I'm really excited. Stephen A., when Bernie called me up and he told me that you're the one who extended the invitation, because I was like, wait a minute, did we push our way in there? Because he's been on our show once before, and that's when we were doing Hot Topics from home, and he was really nice. But I don't know that much about Stephen A., and there's only one person I know who talks more than me and talks at you, you know, sometimes more than me. In a funny way, like, he's so entertaining. You know, I don't care about sports, but he makes it entertaining. So I've seen his show that comes on here on the East Coast, like in the 5 o'clock hour. It comes on either at 5 o'clock or 5:30. I forget what it's called. All I know is it's hosted by a handsome man who's 6'1". The A stands for Anthony, and he loves his mother, Janet. And he's a graduate of Winston-Salem. And he's gonna be interviewing moi about my movie. Yeah. He goes, yeah, I got a copy of the movie and I got a copy of the documentary, and I need to talk to Wendy on Friday. So I said, wow, okay. All right, please just watch, just watch, because I don't like being interviewed, and I'm normally really good at flipping it around and making the interviewer being interviewed by, you know, like I take over. But Stephen A. is the one person, you know, who eye batting is not gonna work. He'll call me on it, you know, and tell me to loosen up my underarms a bit. Yeah, it's tight right here at the pit. Along with, yeah, wigs are good, they cover stuff. Oh, enough about you, Stephen A. See you on Friday. Thank you for the invitation. Attention all men. Oh, there's something going on here at Wendy, and we've done it before with other people, but we've never done it with me. The dating game. Which, we've never done it with me because I was married, but now I'm single, and I tell you, you know, I cast my rod in all the kinds of ponds. I would like to date, sure. And now that we can go out, we can date and sit 6 feet apart and social distance and talk on the phone. And I got a burner phone. And talk on the phone and stuff. And this has nothing to do with the dating app that I'm on, that I have not revealed what the dating app is. But, you know, it has nothing to do with the dating app, and it has nothing to do with who I meet when I walk outside in the street. It has everything to do with you or a man that you know who's watching, okay? Starting today. I want all the single men. You can sign up at wendyshow.com if you would like to have a date with me. Now, what you need to do, you do your homework to decide whether you could put up with me. You know, we are not having sex, although I've had sex on the first date before. I find there to be nothing wrong with that. Yes, I find there to be nothing wrong with that. But we are not having sex on account of there is no corona here in New York. It would be nice if you were in New York, but if you aren't in New York, you at least need to, in case, you know, something happens with us and we enjoy each other, you have to be able to fly here. I can't fly to you because we're live from New York. I have to be here every day. Oh, and don't expect to promote your product or what you do or your lifestyle on my show. Because one thing about New Life is that what's mine is mine, including my career, and what's yours is yours. I will not be promoting what you do either. If you're a clothing designer or a sportscaster, or a former mayor.
Oh.
Anyway, okay. You decide if you like my personality and stuff like that. And you can Google, go to wendyshow.com. There's lots of back in the day videos of me and stuff. 30 seconds. Don't do 45 seconds. Don't overtalk it, because there's only one man who can overtalk that I tolerate, and that's Stephen Anthony Smith. I can't take it from anyone else. Or maybe I can. Don't try it, though, because it's not gonna be me. All right, when the tape gets here, 30 seconds, it's gonna be videoed by Wendy staffers in that department. That would be Suzanne and chief of the bureau at Hot Topics. But I told them, do not, because originally you wanted to sort them out, you know, so that I wouldn't have to look at a lot. I said, you sort nothing. You know nothing about me except, you know, this little bit of 1 hour. I want to pick my own men, so I will be doing the picking. Some of the videos, like if I really like your video, we're gonna show it on the show, like during Hot Topics. Not your whole video, but maybe, you know, what you look like or something like that. But that doesn't mean that you're gonna be picked to be on the dating game. If you're picked on the dating game, we're not even gonna call you and tell you about it. You're just gonna have to go 24 hours in advance. However they're gonna work the rules. But the main rule is that I'm gonna do my own picking. But you go to wendyshow.com, men, not women. Hey girls, not women. I need my men. I need you to pay your own way. I need you to pay some of my way. I need you to be at least a mature 45 years and older. You could be 64 if you're a strong 64, you know, with a youthful effervescence. You could be bald, you could be gray, you could be black, white, short, tall, fat. Not too fat, I like a fluffy man though. And I live in New York, and I work here in Chelsea. I don't live in Chelsea, but I live down the street from. All right, enough with that. We got more great show for you, everybody. Up next, the inside scoop about Soulja Boy and his allegedly sexual assault case. So grab a snack and come on back. It's time for the Inside Scoop. Here with the dish is our entertainment journalist friend, Devin Simone. Devin, we've got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Go ahead.
Okay, so Soulja Boy is being sued for sexual assault by his former assistant. So she's going by Jane Doe to protect her identity. This is a really sad case, Wendy. So allegedly, she worked for him for almost 2 years. She claims that she was assaulted for the majority of that time. She says that after it all started about a month in, he started sending her unsolicited them. She does admit that they had a brief consensual relationship for about a month or so, but then she says that it transitioned, it was supposed to be work only, and that he started getting really jealous if she got comments on her social media.
He was paying her $500 a week, and then at one point allegedly tried to bribe her silence for $1,000.
Exactly. He felt remorseful after the first time he assaulted her allegedly and paid her that $1,000, right? And so then she said it just got progressively worse, that he punched her in the face, allegedly, that he locked her in a room for 3 days with no hot water when she threatened to quit the job until she changed her mind. And she said it was the final straw when he knocked her unconscious outside of his home, and that when she woke up, she ran away. A month later, she came back to get her possessions, but was denied entry.
Wasn't she the same one that was tied up in the garage and forced to give his friend a professional?
So that was an ex-girlfriend. That's a separate sexual assault case. So prior to that, he had actually been accused of assault as well by an ex-girlfriend, where she said that because she backed out of the driveway or something and got on the lawn, he got really mad, said that he assaulted her, held a gun to her head, and then that she was tied up by an electric cord in the garage and was forced to give oral sex to his assistant in order to leave. She said she did it because she felt like she had no option. When she left, she actually did go to the police and suffered fractured ribs, but he ultimately wasn't charged in that case.
So is he in jail right now awaiting to be heard by the judge. And by the way, this man is now 31 years old.
Yeah, he's 30 years old, and he's
30.
not, he did do jail time, 240 days, but actually not for either sexual assault case. So there was insufficient evidence in this most recent one with the assistant for him to actually be tried for that. However, when the police went to his house and did a raid, they found that he was in violation of his probation. So,
because of what?
Because there were like drugs there.
What kind of drugs?
Well, I don't know what kind of drugs were there, but there were firearms that were there.
Oh,
and
guns.
He's not supposed to be in possession
Any
of firearms.
heroin? Any pills?
I don't know if any pills. I didn't see the list.
All right, Soldier Man.
Yeah.
You know what? That one song, that Superman song, was supposed to take you shopping all around the world. That one song is known by everybody. You've blown it. And I predict he will do jail time. And for you ladies, you young ladies, I don't know, we'll find out what this young lady, more of what she has to say. But, one thing that we did learn about the Salt-N-Pepa movie, or from it, is that there's safety in numbers now. We need to be speaking out sooner.
Right.
And speaking out loud.
Right.
What is Soulja Boy saying?
So Soulja Boy is saying that he didn't do it. He came out and said to TMZ, "I vehemently and unequivocally deny these allegations. I am in contact with my legal team, and the appropriate legal action will be taken against these lies."
Okay, Chico DeBarge, go.
So Chico DeBarge just got out of jail.
Here we go.
So Chico...
What was he in for?
Well, so he was driving down in Burbank.
What was he in? He's out now.
Yeah, he just got out. He just got out on Friday. He was there for 10 days, and this is why. So he was driving down the street in Burbank, allegedly with no lights on. So
at night, 8 o'clock at night.
Right, so cops pull him over because you're supposed to have your lights on. They pull him over, they ask him for ID, he has none. They say he sort of seems out of it. Then when he gives his identity, he says he's his older brother, James.
The one that was married to Janet.
Mm-hmm, so he lies about who he is.
By the way, there were no license plates on the front or the back of the vehicle.
Plates.
And there were 2 girls in there.
Exactly.
And what'd they find in the car?
Well, then they found him in possession of heroin and methamphetamines. So they took him to jail. And he was in there for 10 days before he could get bail. They did properly ID him because, when you lie to the cops about your ID, they're gonna figure out who you are.
Doesn't James DeBarge, though, look like the pimp from the Salt-N-Pepa movie? Right?
That's me. He kind of does. He does
Yeah.
a little bit. This isn't Chico's first time either. So back in 2019, he was also in trouble for drug possession. 2007, he was also in trouble for drug possession and actually did rehab. And he has had a really tough time because his son Dante was actually stabbed to death back in, I believe, 2019 or 2020. So, he's been going through it. But you can't lie on your... And if you're gonna lie, how are you gonna give up a family member?
You can't lie when you were a DeBarge. Unfortunately, the family, everybody except for Bunny, has been in so much trouble, it seems, that anything's believable. And nobody has money to financially stick up for the other. And you all have got just in the rhythm of in the name of that one song. Come on, DeBarge. Thank you for being here, Devin Simone. Wendy, please welcome back to our show our friend, Melissa Garcia. Melissa.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about these great deals.
Yes, of course, Rulala gives us all these amazing deals, starting with those great bags that you're standing next to.
Ah, luxurious, soft.
Yep, so this is from DeVessi, and it's their Dillamore tote bag. So those are actually vegan leather. They're crocodile embossed vegan leather. They're super luxe. They have a matte finish. There's 5 different colors or patterns that you can choose from. They're a nice big size, so you can put so much in them. They're lightweight, though.
I like this one the best.
It's a fun Papa color.
Yeah.
And I love that it comes with that matching little tote, wallet with the zipper. You can put your smaller belongings in there. They won't get lost in your big bag. So these retail for $179.
Not bad.
But we're getting 60% off, so just $69.99.
Okay, perfect.
I love new sheets. There's nothing better than fresh sheets. So this is from Northern Lights, and it's their organic cotton sheet set. So they are super soft. I know you can't fully feel them, but they're really soft. They are 350 thread count. They're 100% organic cotton.
Organic.
There's organic cotton. You're getting 2 pillowcases, a fitted and a flat sheet with this deal. There's 5 different colors that you can choose from, and the sizes are queen all the way up to California king.
Nice.
Yes. So these retail for $179, but 83% off, just $29.99. I would get multiple, right?
For the whole set?
For a whole set of sheets. Great
it's time
deal.
for you to freshen up.
Freshen up. I know. I was saying.
Name brand.
Yeah, we
Jimmy
get
Choo.
the best. Yeah, we get the best sunglasses from our Rula family for our Wendy watchers. So these are authentic Jimmy Choo sunglasses. Those look gorgeous on you. They're beautiful. And with all of our mask wearing, our eyes are really our focal point. So get yourself a really fun pair of sunglasses and stand out. There's tons of styles that you can choose from, everything from vintage to more modern. So there's definitely something for your personal style and your face shape.
Yeah, and Jimmy Choo, you know the name. How much?
Exactly. So they retail up to $570. But 87% off. You guys, $69.99 for Jimmy Choo sunglasses.
A pair for you, a pair from somebody you don't want to look at. Okay, everybody loses the earbuds. I find that there's nothing like people who wear a lot of them and own a lot of them.
Yes.
So you can lay them all around the house.
That's exactly what I have. We have these all around the house.
Yeah.
Between myself, my kids, my husband, we have tons of these. So this is from Extreme Time, and it's their wireless earbuds. These are great because they are Bluetooth compatible. They have a built-in microphone, so use it for working out, listening to music, doing virtual school if you have kids, taking phone calls, so many different ways you can use it. They have a 3-hour runtime on one charge, and the case is a charging case, gives you up to 3 full charges. And they have really fun colors and patterns, up to 14 different colors there you can see on the screen.
How much?
So this is the best. $79.99 they retail for.
Okay.
Getting 75% off, just $19.99.
All right.
Get multiple.
Grab all the colors.
Right?
Oh, okay. A lot of money, but it's for your face. Our favorite brand in facial stuff here.
Yes. So this is from Perdure Paris, and they have created this exclusive at-home spa moment for Wendy watchers. This is their eucalyptus and stem cell mask routine. You guys are not going to believe the amount of product you're getting with this deal. So it starts first with this eucalyptus magnetic mud mask. Have you ever tried a magnetic mask?
Yeah.
They're really cool. So you put this on your face.
You've
and
been here before talking the same game with us. I love this stuff, believe me.
Right?
Now it's your turn.
Okay. So this one, it's magnetic. So it comes with a magnetic head that pulls the magnet.
You see how magnetic? Look.
Look at that. It pulls off the mask from your face, does not hurt, but it pulls out all the impurities from your skin. It really
So imagine
works
how
well.
it pulls your face. You'll look youthful. How much?
I didn't even get to even close to what we have here. So we have also this great concentrate, 50X concentrate. This is stem cell, apple and grape seed stem cell, anti-aging. You're getting the skincare infuser that goes with it as well, which you were holding before. And then we're also getting a lava foaming facial cleanser and anti-aging face mask, 5 anti-aging face masks jam-packed with vitamin E and collagen. So you're getting a ton of products here.
Okay.
So retails,
Thousands.
yes, exactly, thousands. Retails for almost $3,000.
Okay, not bad compared to the $12,000 we showed you last week.
But we're getting 96% off for you guys, just $99.99 for
This is all the good stuff. Melissa Garcia, thank you very much. Rulala, thank you again. You've done it for us. Go to wendyshow.com before these deals sell out. Ask Wendy or something is next. Time for Ask Wendy. Christian's in Chicago. Christian, how you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
Fine, thank you.
Go
ahead.
Sorry. So my best friend and I were wanting to plan a little Mexican getaway when travel is back, of course. So we're always looking for a deal, and we've noticed that couples getting married get discounts too. So we're thinking about submitting a little wedding request to get a discounted stay just to tour a venue in Mexico. My friend is a little bit hesitant because she doesn't want to lie, but I don't care. I want to try it anyway. Yes, this is she.
Okay.
So my question, Wendy, is should we try to get a cheap vacay or should we just wait until we have enough money saved?
I think that if you lie about this to the people in Mexico, somehow there will be a spell casted over your actual happiness of being married. But what you should do is sit at home, save money to have the wedding that you want, and really get to know each other a little bit better than she already knows you, Christian. If you all know what I'm saying, and I think you do. Good luck.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Ava is in New Jersey. Ava, hi.
How you doing?
I'm not
Wendy.
sure. Hi, Ava. How you doing? How can I help?
Good. Well, I'm 33 years old, and I've been with my boyfriend for about 10 years, ever since I was 18. And for some reason, he hasn't popped the question. Like, I do want to get married. We have 3 kids together, 3 boys. We do live together, but I'm thinking, should I give up the idea of being married, or should I just wait,
I think you should get used to giving up the idea of being married. You've been with him since you were 18, which means you probably never lived on your own. What was he, your high school sweetheart or something?
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, and your first love.
Yeah, definitely.
I appreciate your honesty. See, this is what you don't want to do in life, live the life of Ava. Ava, it's not too late to get right with what you have. You have a man that loves you, correct? You have 3 beautiful children. Do you want to get rid of this man if he won't marry you?
I can't see myself with anybody
because you've never seen yourself without him, because you don't know who Ava is, and now you're stuck with a beautiful situation. Turn that frown upside down. Be happy. We'll be right back. Kara from Atlanta is the eye candy of the day. Take a look.
How you doing, Wendy? Thank you for making me your eye candy of the day. Me personally, I just like to keep it cute, comfortable, and affordable. So let's get into this outfit. This bodysuit was $15, and this jacket was hand sewn by my grandma, which means it's priceless. And this gold belt was $8. And my favorite part are these snake booties, which were $60. And to top it all off, these shades. And even though I may not be rich, these sure do make me feel like it. I love you, Wendy. Thank you.
Thank you, Kira. We're sending you this limited edition, how you doing, a light up face mask, and we'll be right back. If you want to be part of our virtual audience, go to wendyshow.com and sign up. It's a whole lot of fun here. We'll be right back. Don't forget, today you should shop in the U.S. products, says the administration. And by the way, Altoids are made in Jersey, just saying. Leah Remini is here tomorrow. Hot Topics, of course. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.
How you doing?
Nice.